On Tuesday, Virginia voters will head to the polls in a much later than usual primary election. When state Democrats tried to redistrict the Commonwealth, they pushed back the primary date from its usual June date to the first Tuesday in August.
Our Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Drew Wilder walks us through why a huge midterm election is likely to begin with a relatively quiet primary.
This November, every seat in the House of Representatives and one Senate seat will be on Virginia's ballot as the fight for control over Congress shifts from a battle of redistricting to the will of the voters. Director of UVA Center for Politics, Larry Sabato, weighing in today on how Virginia might shake out.
Best case scenario for the Democrats, you're thinking they could, on the high end, maybe pick up 3 seats, looking at 2?
I think you're looking at 2. As I say, back burner possibility of 3.
Republicans control 5 of Virginia's 11 seats, including districts 1 and 2, where Democrats are applying a lot of pressure and spending a lot of money. Sabato also looks at District 5 as a long shot for Democrats, but stresses that it's not impossible because midterms always favor the party not currently in control in Washington. So for Republicans, a lot could hinge on how voters view the country under President Trump.
People don't care. They blame the incumbent party. They always have in American history, and they always will, because it's the only logical thing to do. Ask Joe Biden.
Because Tuesday's primary is so much later in the year, it will kickstart a much shorter and possibly more aggressive race in November. A race Sabato says Governor Abigail Spanberger needs to lead.
The governor needs to be more visible. She needs to be out on the campaign trail, partly so that Democrats can win, but also partly so she can reasonably take some credit when they do. And they're very likely to do so in this Democratic leading midterm year.
But the primary Sabato thinks could be a bit of a snoozer, because while Democratic Congressman Don Beyer is being primaried in District 8, Sabato just doesn't see it as a threat to the multi-term incumbent.
Just not a very important primary. And it's not a very important primary because you have very few real races.
In Congressional District 7, Republicans will hold a primary to challenge incumbent Eugene Vindman, and in District 10, 3 Republicans seek the nomination to challenge incumbent Democrat Suhas Subramanian. There is only one Republican in the District 11 race to challenge James Walkinshaw. Bigger picture, fundraising money tells a very interesting story. Northern Virginia Democrats have outraised Republicans by a boatload. And while more money doesn't always guarantee a win, it certainly never hurt. Reporting in Northern Virginia, Drew Wilder, News 4.